Oh, yeah. We're there. Oh, sorry. We got noise. We got dog quacks.
Right. Hello, everyone,
Hello.
and welcome to fourth session of Seraphina, a Dungeons and Dragons 5e campaign that I play with my friends, and these are some of my friends.
We are. For
You're
now.
very quiet.
I don't like it. He's doing spooky.
To be fair,
You're
you
making
went
this.
chasing bandits.
We're about to go and kill some bandits. It's all good.
So last session, you were instructed to take up your post at the Grove of Ferns. And while you were there, you did a little bit of skulking around and a bit of investigations, and you found what seemed to be the ruins of some sort of building. But not only this, the boulder that Baylor stood upon when conducting Garrick's vigil, you had a closer look at the inscriptions on said boulder, especially yourself, Nezum, who was not present during this vigil. And you yourself and Luck found that there was some kind of indentation in the boulder in the shape of a moon. Unable to do anything else with this because, well, quite frankly, we were interrupted when you started hearing screams and commotion from town and the ringing of bells, and then
What is that sound?
Very deep
Eldritch
horror kind of noise. And Luck quickly ran towards town, seeing flames rising high into the sky, where the market had appeared to have been attacked. And upon approach to the market, you saw the slain body of Alistair Cladd in the centre of the marketplace as Vela and Allaire stared on in horror. The rest of the guard managed to quickly pull themselves back together and combat the fire. Vela and Allaire, in your last conversation with them, Luck said that they were going to attempt to gather the people and that action must be taken. But without any hesitation whatsoever, you quickly ran back to your newfound friends or charges, those you have been made responsible for,
lieutenants,
to inform them of what has happened. And Ellie, who has joined you just this passing day, spotted some individuals fleeing from the town
in dark cloaks.
In dark cloaks, into the night, through into the woods, just past the grove. And in that instantaneous moment, you decided you were going to pursue. And quickly onwards, you all decided to follow Luck in that pursuit.
Apart from...
Except for Nezum, because we forgot about him.
Well, who was... No, well, I don't know. What happened here? Nezum.
We forgot about him.
Did we forget about him, or is he...
He stayed at the Grove.
Nezum?
But did you not get call after him?
No. Well, they ran towards and started the pursuit, and they're going round there, as far as I understand it.
But
they're
Nezum's trying to cut through, is he not?
No, Nezum was not trying to cut through. Nezum has his solemn duty in his mind that this is what he was told to do. So
Okay.
This is where he wishes to guard the grove. Yeah.
Okay.
And he is there,
right,
a little nervous, his beady eyes glancing round the grove in this strange silvery moonlight generated by the
ferns, yes.
by the ferns, and Is the now remind me what we did to make the because I didn't have my notebook on me that day. What did we do to make the runes glow?
You put blood on it, didn't you?
No, that's what
Luck put blood onto the stone,
Mm.
trying to see if she could get some kind of reaction. The runes weren't glowing that night. The
Oh,
runes
okay.
were glowing when Vela touched them and did something during the vigil. The
sorry.
runes
So
weren't
Nezum did
glowing
say that.
when you
Okay.
and Luck were interacting with them.
Okay. So Nezum is kind of standing round in this grove, and there were lots of offerings left, and he was going round and reading them and collecting them up and stuff here and there, trying to find out any information, any links or knowledge. I think Nezum would try and take the high ground because of his stature. He might try and get the best view all around as he could. So he will probably walk to the top, scrabble up the rocks, and take that position where I know as a player, Vela was there, but I don't know as a character. So I'll just go up and kind of survey the grove from that
Yes.
position. Do I see anything on the top of the stone as I stand here? Is there anything different about this? Looking from here at this object?
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Okay, I was thinking more of, well, you tell me. I was thinking more kind of reaching out with my arcanic kind of nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You roll what you wish to roll for that kind of.
Yeah. I'm looking
how you feel like you're reaching out, and then
Yeah.
tell me the number, and I will inform you of what happens.
Sure. So Nezum will stand up there, and he's already seen this lock, and it doesn't, surrounded by runes and things like that. I think Nezum will automatically make some connection that there is possibly something magical about this lock, or it needs an input to it. Like that might also be something that might not be.
That would be a safe guess. That would be a safe, educated guess from your conclusions last time of seeing that there seem to be scrapings on the inside of the invitation. That's something that seems to be being put in and out of this thing.
All right, and I want to kind of stand up here and reach out with my arcane focus, and I'll be uttering under my breath, "You sang for me. I heard you, I came. Give me a sign. Show us where you want us to go." Gone quiet. The girl sung, "Show us." And I got a 14.
And you got a 14. Okay.
Pretty low.
That's all right. Bear with me. Writing up a different document. Okay. As you stand in the space, the rock beneath your feet, you stare out, you see the ferns kind of just swaying in the gentle breeze as it flows through the trees. You look up at the sky, the canopy of the branches swaying as you see gentle starlight flicker in between the leaves blocking their view. You see that faint orange hue that is polluting the skylight. So you see less stars in the sky as you see this orange hue in the sky, and you can see smoke drifting over now. And it catches on the wind. And on your senses, on your particular rat nose, you can smell the smoke. And you bring your eyes back down to this grove, and you see the patches of the leafy, mossy ground under that soft lunar glow. And in the corner of your eye, you see a different light. Wasn't there before. Very quickly, subtle, like shifting through the trees. And as soon as you turn your head to look at it, it's gone. The moment you move your head away, you feel like you can start to see it in your peripheral again, but then like trying to chase eye floaters with your vision, like they move as soon as you look at them, kind of thing. And you look back and again it's gone. And just keep trying to snap, but you can't catch it. Every time you look over, it disappears.
I would like to slowly reach into my inventory pack and pull out from inside it the steel mirror I have inside it.
Okay.
And kind of I want it subtly kind of be looking to see that, can I catch it in the reflection of this mirror? Can I glance in the mirror if I don't turn my head directly to it and then see this glimmer?
As you lift up this mirror, you see a shimmering figure kind of lean from outside, from behind a tree. Its body is translucent. It radiates a soft glow. Its form seems very fluid and ever-changing, like its form is constantly shifting.
A
The
shiver.
same light,
Sorry, go on.
no, that's right. The same light that exudes from it is similar to that. That seems to be shining from beneath the leaves of the ferns.
A little shiver runs down Nezum's spine and his hackles and all the hairs on his arm. Like, he is immediately afraid and fascinated in the same breath. Never has he seen anything like that. He's seen his old master playing around with smoke and mirrors like this one and trying to make something of this occur. And the one time he did, he failed, and he wants to know more. So I will clamber down and I'll just make it look like I'm walking the perimeter. And I want to kind of come near to that spot in the woods.
You lower the mirror, and as you make your way through the ferns and back towards that perimeter edge of the tree line,
walking along the mossy floor and the patchy ground, through the trinkets left.
you reach back down and you pick the mirror up, and you kind of scan around, trying to see if you can catch that glimpse again.
Yeah.
But it can't see it. You lower the mirror and you look behind you and just see dark forests and tree trunks and
Where did it go? What was it? Apparition?
you lift up the mirror once again, but this time you see it on the opposite side. This time you realize it's not hiding behind the tree trunks, it's passing through them.
Can I go and try and touch the tree that it passed through nearest me? And I want to see if there's any sort of like residue. Like if it is a spirit, like a like an ectoplasmic slime or any malady that has befitted
Doesn't
this at the
seem
tree?
to be, no.
Okay.
You touch the tree seems to just be like a tree. It doesn't feel like there's any kind of residue.
And it feels solid.
You touch it, and then when you look back at your hand, you know when you touch a tree and you get that little bit of moss?
That dust, that fine powder.
Yeah. But it's like black. It's like it's almost burnt. Ashen, in a way.
I sniff it with my little rat nose. Try to identify what it is.
It seems like the moss and the growth that's on this tree that you've touched has essentially been almost vaporized and burned to extreme heat.
Eh? Smelled no fire?
But the tree itself looks relatively unharmed.
I'll walk and keep the apparition in the image and walk as close as I can get before it vanishes.
It's strange. It's like the closer you get to something, the further away it seems to be. And as you take each step closer, you feel like you're getting closer to it, but then as soon as you start to get close to it, it just kind of fades away into the point where it kind of fades back into another tree and it's gone.
I'd like to try calling out to that more loudly, not mumbling to myself this time.
What do you call out?
Spirits of the Grove. I am Nezum. I am your sworn protector. Sent here by those that care deeply for these ferns. I am alone, but I will stand my ground so that these things may grow and be. Please, won't you show yourself?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, Nezum. Come on. Here we go. On the app. Here we go. $13 critically average.
That's got to be better than a 20. It's the name of the show.
One of these days, I'm going to make a table with special effect.
There is seemingly a large current of wind that blows through.
I hold my hood down.
And the ferns blow in a certain direction, and the leaves topple over, and you suddenly get almost like a Mexican wave
Of light.
this lunar silver light.
And my cloak does the same.
And it all blows in a particular direction.
I follow. I follow the point of the leaves. I trace them.
They point out of the grove
Which way?
into the woods, southeast.
Where the bandits are kind of coming round. But I don't know that as a Nezum.
You don't know that as Nezum, no, but it would be the same direction that the rest of the group is travelling in to try and intersect them, yes.
This is really hard. I'm going to have to roll something to decide what Nezum does.
Okay.
Protect the grove, but the grove's telling you to go fix this.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's the tricky thing. Like, what is he gonna do? I'm trying to look back at my like role play prompts here that I got from the roles. Okay. Nezum would think to help the grove, it would know what's best. He will follow out of the grove.
Okay.
It's older than him, it's wiser. The trees are ancient here. His logic is it knows itself how to protect.
Luck. You are striding, sprinting, storming in the direction of these bandits. Are you allowing Knick-Knack and Ellie to keep up, or are you?
What's Luck's speed?
I don't think it's much more than yours. So 30.
I will I have a 30 movement, but I would probably ride Budgie because he has a 40 movement.
Okay.
Similar speed.
We all have the same speeds.
Okay. But this is the thing. You continue. You led the charge. You didn't really stop to indicate what you were doing. You just ran.
I mean, Ellie indicated that people were
I went
leaving
that
in
way.
cloaks.
But
Yeah.
but Knick-Knack and whatnot, as you ran past and you were following the like chasing them down, you didn't really communicate what you were doing. Like Ellie pointed out that there were bandits and you just ran. So what I'm saying is there was probably a split moment in time where Knick-Knack and Ellie were like, oh shit, do we follow kind of thing? So you
Shit.
would have a head start, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's either you continue with that head start or are you waiting for them to catch up with you and you move forward as a unit?
For now, I'm trying to keep my eyes on them.
Okay.
So
Right. So you don't have exact eye line with them right now. You came up to the top of the hill. Ellie spotted some people running off into the trees below. She communicated that with you. And now you're returning to the trees, running, trying to catch them and intersect them from going alongside the hill, downside the hill, through the forest, out the southeast side of the grove, into the same bit of forest that they're potentially running through, if you're quick enough. So, let's make some checks, shall we? Can everybody make me, let's say, a survival check
Dang it.
to determine how well you are able to maneuver your way through the forest in the dark in pursuit at speed.
I am bad at survival.
yeah.
I think we
Still-
all are.
I have a question because I do have dark vision.
Yep. That enables you to see in forms of grey to a certain distance.
Oh, it's not so bad. It's 17.
Okay.
3. Bad at
Okay.
survival.
First tree route.
Yeah,
Nick,
they're a sniper.
12 for me.
12. Okay. Luck, Knick-Knack, you don't have any problem to begin with. You rush into the trees headlong. You manage to climb over thick roots at the beginning of the entrance to to the tree's edge, and you start making your way through the underbrush.
Can I send links up to sort of above the tree lines to do the red and blue flashy lights if they basically get a bird's eye view and flash see them?
Not a problem. Ellie, however, you trip over the first tree root and you are immediately 5 feet behind everybody else now.
Can I use the whole cunning dash thing to just like catch up? Because I can do the bonus action dash thing.
If you want to dash,
that
but
rogues
I would
do.
assume that, are we all dashing or are we all just running at our own speed of 30 feet?
No, but my thought is,
Trying to
I
keep
You would
an
use
eye
your
on
bonus
them.
action to then try and catch up.
my
Okay,
thought
that's
was
fine.
most people can like movement and then action dash, but I'm a rogue, so I can do it like 3 times
Okay,
to just
cool.
like
So
catch up.
absolutely fine, not a problem. So you hit
Like
the deck,
mechanically, I'm faster
you fall
because I can
behind
do
a
it
little
more.
bit. Yeah, which is great. That's really a big bonus for you for your failure. It means that you can still catch up in that particular round then. Okay, not a problem. So you hit the deck, you get up, you're like,
I have a
"Whew."
thing. I roll acrobatics. If I succeed acrobatics, I get to do my dash thing.
I would say right now it's not an issue. It was just the first initial run into the dark.
I'm
and
just
then-
thinking of like a way I can like dingy it so it's not just
Yeah,
I win.
No. It's a fair thing. It's a mechanic that you have. So you managed to catch back up in line with Knick-Knack and Luck. Your eyes are scanning through the trees. While you're trying to keep a pace to try and intersect in a rough direction, which you know they're going, you're still trying to see if you can see them, because you've lost direct sight when you try to intersect. So, perception checks, everyone, please.
Yes. Just asking something I'm proficient in.
16. I mean, I
16.
guess my passive doesn't.
Okay.
Help. 16 too.
I don't know if my passive.
Three!
Yeah.
Great.
That's something he's bad at.
Okay.
Do you want to roll perception for your cat? Because he's got like a bird's eye view thing.
Yeah,
I don't. You want me to roll?
Lynx would have a perception check here. Yes.
So Lynx is Lynx's passive is 14. So
Would be enough.
plus-
So Lynx, Luck, and Ellie would see at this point that about 60 feet further up, that some of the local aviary life, some of the local birds, fly out of a group of trees further ahead, as if disturbed.
Run that way. Can I do the mechanics version of holding an action?
Yeah, if you'd like
Yeah,
to.
when I see them, I want to shoot them.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Another survival check, please, as we make our way through this undergrowth.
$11. Better than before.
15.
and 40.
Okay, everybody's above 10, so that's all right. So you're making your way through the undergrowth. You're able to keep pace. You continue to make your way through the trees without problem. Nezum, can you make me a survival check, please?
Nezum can. Survival check. That is a natural 20 for a 24, DM.
Okay. You gain pace.
I go onto all fours.
You start making your way through the undergrowth. It's almost as if you know where the roots are and the knots and the bits that jump up out of the ground, and you just feel like a rhythm as you make your way through these forests.
Yeah, there's this moment where I run up like a twisted route and leap from one and bounce off a tree and carry on like nothing's in my way.
It's almost as if you have a shrewd memory of walking through these woods before on your approach to Silver Fern those few days ago. and it's like your legs remember where the roots are as you start making your way quickly through the night. One more survival check, please, everyone.
Everybody this time.
Yes.
Nat 20, 24.
Uh-oh.
11 for me.
Nezum was getting overconfident. A natural one.
So did I.
Nezum, you see a large patch of thorny bramble, and you take a running jump up along a tree to catapult yourself over this thorny bramble.
Yeah.
And you manage to clear it. Ellie.
Oh no.
I eat shit.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
I do it.
Cool. Seven.
You're running through the undergrowth, and suddenly a giant humanoid rat comes flying out of the darkness and literally just catapults themselves into you, and you land face down in the dirt as Nezum lies on top of you.
Nezum, we're chasing them. Yes?
Huh? What?
Bad guys set fire to the town.
No.
That way.
No, forest.
Luck. You've gained Luck, you've gained about 10 feet in front of Knick-Knack. Knick-Knack, you've gained about 10 feet now in front of Nezum and Ellie, who are now prone on the ground, stationary.
Yeah.
Luck, you see two figures about 50 feet in the distance through the trees, running.
I need confirmation that it's them, though.
I mean, are they a bunch of people in black cloaks?
The forest
Don't
is
shoot
going
to
to
kill them.
play with your eyes here. You know how it is when moonlight is kind of coming down. You need to know. Do you want to make a shot? It could be townsfolk running, trying to hide in the forest, the safety of the grove. Just going a
that's
long
the
way
thing.
around.
I'm going to continue follow them. I'm not going to attack just yet. Like, I'm still going to prepare an action, but like, if they try to attack me,
Okay.
like, and they're not looking like they're attacking me for attacking me, yeah, I'm going
Just
to
say, like, guard of
So you're
Silverfern,
watching
stop.
them closely. You're and their movement, and you're keeping an eye on them. Is that correct?
Mm.
Okay. Knick-Knack, Ellie, what are you doing?
Can I
Trying
see?
to catch back up?
I catch back up, and can I see them from further away?
I make
don't
me a
have
perception
dark
check.
So
With disadvantage if you don't have dark vision, I'm afraid.
no problem. I'm honest. Oh, yeah, I'll just roll it twice. That's annoying.
$12. No, not quite. Not from this distance.
Okay.
You can see from here that Luck seems to have. You can gauge that Luck seems to have eyes on somebody, on something, but you can't make it out from where you are.
I would like to catch up to Luck then, if I don't see them bout.
Are we still all moving at full pace, or are we?
Want to try and get slower and more sneaky.
Okay.
I want to try and surprise attack them when I know it's them.
Right. Luck.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
Not just yet. You see these two figures moving up ahead. They're currently side by side, and you see them slip apart and they disappear behind some tree trunks.
Okay. I'm going to signal Knick-Knack to that they split. They split. And he takes this side, I takes the other side.
Okay, so you're going to split off and go around.
Yeah. Still trying to keep
Okay.
them. Like, I'm more checking, like, on
How
the
are you
ground
proceeding?
because
Are we moving on forward here now, or are we being more stealthy? How are we approaching?
I'm going to look more at the ground because they might have left tracks, like running and everything. So it's going to be easier for me to follow and track them with what they leave behind.
Okay,
basically.
that'll be another survival check then if you're looking for tracks. Nick-Nack?
Pudgy's on running duty.
Ah,
He's heading that way.
11.
I'm not particularly worried about being stealthy. I would like to catch these guys up. So if I actually spot any of them, because I don't think I've actually noticed them yet,
Okay.
I will do stuff. But yeah, basically Pudgy's gonna be. So I'm kind of angling slightly away from Luck on Pudgy moving
Right.
of.
Another round of perception checks, please.
All of us?
Everyone.
That's a 9.
16. Sorry.
Well, for me,
So 21 from your boy Nezum, who's lagging at the back.
Okay. So this all happens at the same time at this point. Luck and Knick-Knack. Can you both make me dexterity saving throws?
Ah,
do you want me to make it or do you want Pudgy to make it?
I want both of you and Pudgy to make one.
I got a 22.
Okay.
Where is Pudgy sheet? There's a Pudgy sheet. +1 plus PB. And Pudgy got 21.
Oh, dexterous little dog.
Okay. Luck?
No, I think it's more just stable.
Just lands. That dump.
6. Oof. Okay.
what do you mean, oof?
As you move
That was a
forward,
big roll. Oh, you
you
big
both take a
coot.
step forward. Pugsy storms forward as well. And the ground beneath you slips away as you suddenly find yourselves falling into a trench. Luck, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall 10 feet into a ditch, into a hole.
Yeah.
Knick-Knack, you take 3. Pugsy takes 3.
Can I do something? Because 10 feet is kind of like a long way to feel yourself falling. Can I take a bonus action?
You can take a bonus action.
Misty Step.
No.
Misty Step wouldn't happen until after you've hit the ground.
It's a reaction.
So
could-
if
It's a
No,
bonus
action.
action.
It's a bonus.
No, but
it is
you-
a bonus action. You could. What I would say is you would fall, you would hit the ground, you would take the damage, and you could Misty Step yourself out of the hole, but you couldn't use it to avoid the damage.
Okay. You told me 10.
You
right?
failed the six damage.
6.
You fell down 10 feet.
Didn't you roll max then?
I rolled
Isn't it
max
a D6?
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled max damage.
That's why the
Nezum, you
Eh?
hear from behind you.
Yeah.
Somebody shout, "Got some!"
okay.
And
I'm near Nezum, right? Because
You
we
ran
only have a
on.
certain...
No, you moved forwards, and I didn't get around in that bit. But Nezum would have been looking for hints of the forest, so he would be lagging at the right at the back. He'd be looking for hints that the spirits are showing him the way. So he'd be quite distracted after landing on the top of you, trying to find that trail again that he was so sure of.
right. Can everybody roll me initiative, please,
Oh, yeah, he can.
for the first time in this campaign?
17 DM.
Yeah. Am I out of the
23.
hole?
You are in the hole currently.
I'm still in the hole.
You're currently in the hole.
Okay.
This has triggered the initiative.
So 5.
And 22 for Nick.
23 for Ellie.
Okay. Ellie,
Yeah?
you hear this voice shout out, "Got some!"
I don't know how this would work mechanically. I like flare my cloak thing at them. It's like the Silverfern equivalent to flashing your badge. Go!
Okay, so you whip out your cloak from light shines 5 feet. Behind you,
Lighting up Nezum.
and you see quick movement as you see 3 figures and kind of
Do I recognise
roll
them as guards?
out of the way behind some trees. You don't see, you can't make out who these people are just yet, but you see people that have just ducked as you've turned around, and as Nezum spotted them, and as they've shouted out, they seem to have seen you, watch you turn around, and they duck for cover behind some trees.
Guards of Silverfern. Hopefully you're here to help, and I run off towards the other guys
Okay.
who are running off with
Make
my
me a dex-
cloak facing backwards.
Okay. With all 30 feet of movement?
Yes, towards the
Make me a
people who
dexterity
are
saving throw,
problems.
please.
No worries. The fuck? 10.
Okay, you fall 10 feet into the same ditch as as Nick Nack and as Luck, and you take 4 points.
Can I
of
bonus
bludgeoning
action
damage.
dash to try and get out of this damned ditch?
You're going to try and you want to climb out of this ditch.
Can I bonus action dash to get out of this ditch?
I will say you can use
to add movement.
You can use that movement to climb,
Okay.
and you climb at half speed.
So it'd be
So
15
10
feet,
feet.
so I'd still get
Yeah.
up.
So you'd
Okay.
get up and out, yeah.
Can
So
I
you
add
fall
some
in, you go
rogue
like,
flair
"Oh,
to this?
shit." You look at them and then you're like, ah, and then you kind of,
Can I add
like-
some rogue flair to this?
yeah, go for it.
You know, like the thing in video games where ninjas jump off the walls.
Yes, that's exactly
just
what I had
hits
in
and just
mind.
goes,
It's just like
boom.
you fall in, you don't realise the ditch is there, and then you look to your left, you look to your right, you see Luck and Knick Knack, and you're just like, oh shit! And then you kind of run forward at the wall and just boom, 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 up to the top, and you look back down at your friends, and then you look ahead and you see two more figures further up in the distance.
Are they within 80 feet?
They are within 80 feet at this point, yeah.
Do
But
they
have
see me
split
coming?
off. Yes, they have
Okay.
turned around and they see you,
No problem.
especially because you're wearing a glowing cloak in the dark.
No worries. I was trying to be sneaky, but I thought guards, and I thought, fuck sneaky, just shoot them. May I roll attacks?
Yes, you may.
You move, bonus action dash, yeah.
Now, can I make a specification? I'm trying to aim for, like, not kill shots.
Okay.
Like how an actual guardsman would do. They wouldn't just try and kill a dude.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just... That seems to make sense to me.
Yeah. Fire AC or disadvantage normally.
12.
You fire a shot off into the dark, and you just hear.
Cool.
Not cool.
I miss both.
Okay.
Sorry, I get 2 attacks, so I rolled twice.
Okay. You get 2 attacks at level 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't. Sorry.
I was going to say
I was done
level
reading
3.
something
You're getting
else.
2 attacks. Damn, what build have you got?
No, it was me. I was reading something
No,
wrong.
it's all right. Anything
Hey,
else?
I'm honest.
No, it's all right. We all make mistakes.
I make mistakes.
Anything else, or is that your turn?
I've used everything at this point.
Okay.
Keep an eye on them, Vegas. Would be the
Knick-knack.
rest of my turn, I suppose.
You are 10 feet in the ground, in a ditch, lying next to Luck.
Well, I'm hoping that Pudgy can sort of doggy scrabble up the side.
Yep.
And get us out.
So you can climb up using half speed. That's not a problem.
And can I see the 2 ahead of us?
You can see 2 people ahead of you, about 30 feet in the distance.
And how close together are they?
They split off. So there's about 20 feet in between them.
I love it when
I
Nardis
can only
says
get
that.
one.
How close together are they?
It's an important question.
It is.
So I will pull out my little sort of water squirter that did the acid thing.
Yeah.
And
Old.
instead of shooting a stream of acid, I'm going to shoot a noxious glob of goo. Can the one on the right make a DC 15 dex save as I am casting grease on them?
A DC 15 dex save.
Yes. Slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on the point, so them, and turns into difficult terrain for the duration. When the grease appears, each person standing in it must succeed a dex save or fall prone.
14.
So they fall over. And Pudgy can get me within, so they were 30 feet away. So it's 20 feet to get out of the ditch. So I can be within 10 foot of the other one. Because he's got another 20 feet of movement.
Okay. So yeah, so you'll have used 20 feet to climb out of the ditch.
And Pudgy has a 40-foot movement.
So then he's got another 20 feet closer to there.
So
Okay,
I want to
cool.
blob that one and charge that one with Pudgy.
Robotic pug
Okay.
to the rescue.
So one of them hits the deck, and then you're running towards another one. Okay, lovely. Anything else with your...
Is Lynx about?
Lynx is fine up above.
Are they within 30 foot of the one that I'm charging? Oh, in fact, are they within 60 foot of the one I'm charging?
They are within 60 feet.
So as a bonus action, I can tell Lynx to rain fire from above.
Because Lynx is a gun.
Yeah, Lynx
I
has
have
a...
one of those.
I go, where the hell is it? It's in my inventory, is where his stat block is.
Sorry, it was one of them where I was like, I have one of those.
I recognise this kind of chaos.
A 4th strike, range weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay. Roll to attack.
But he's going to miss. I roll a 9.
Crisps.
Just spattering of bark as shards of wood fly through the air as danger close comes raining down.
And that will be me done.
Right, the individual up in front that Lynx just tried to take a shot at will return fire. And an arrow comes soaring out of the dark and hits yourself.
Hang on 2 secs. I might be able to mess with that.
For a dirty 20 to hit.
One creature can see them. Okay, no, yeah.
You have to be closer.
The defender imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature. So it's I need to be within 5 foot of the creature. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
no.
too far away.
I didn't know whether or not it could get me out of the way rather than.
Yeah.
As
He
an
provides
arrow comes
disadvantage.
flying through the dark and slices past your shoulder, and you take 2 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
And yeah, that is their turn. Nezum, you're up.
So the people that I'm closer than Ellie was to these individuals, I also still have my cloak on back to front.
Yes, you do. So you are kind of in darkness. You turn around. There are 3 individuals behind you.
Yeah.
In front of you, there are 2 individuals, probably about 70 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And somewhere in between you and them is Luck
There's a pit.
in a ditch. In a pit.
Yeah. So the ones behind me, because I'm closer, can I make out any of their garb? I don't see Silver Fern cloaks, do I? Because I would see them glowing.
Yes, you would see them glowing. There is no Silver Fern cloaks from what you can see.
Okay. Okay. I would like to move towards them. How far away are they?
The ones behind you.
Behind me, yeah. I'm not heading towards
15
there.
feet.
15 feet. Okay. Can I see between them? Like the space beyond them?
Yeah. They're spread out.
Okay, so I would like to...
The nearest one's about 15 feet from you, then. They're spread out in a line behind you. In a latitude.
Okay. That's it. I just need to read... Okay, I would like to call out to the songs that I have heard sing to me all this time.
I say, in this darkness, bring me an ally. worthy of this fight.
And I would like to summon a spectral tentacle just behind them.
Hey. You hear one of them go, "What the fuck?"
So I magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes as my foes as a bonus action. Oh, it's a bonus action for this. So I create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point I can see within 60 feet of me. The tentacle will last 1 minute. You can make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet of it.
Yep.
So we'll make a melee
There'll
spell.
be 2 of them in melee range of that then.
I will go. I can only target one thing. It's not
Okay.
like a radius. It's not like a radius effect.
Not whip it around in circles.
Yeah, like I'll just do like like head banging, like with this tentacle, like a tentacle like mosh pit here. I'm just going for one of them. So my spells are +6. Okay. That is a 18.
18
Strike this guy.
hits. So this tentacle whips out, suddenly just ruptures from the ground below, whips out.
Yeah, behind them, it kind of rumbles out.
Behind him, and this guy turns around and goes, "The fuck!" And then this other guy turns around, and it just gets absolutely lashed in the chest, goes flying back, smacks against another tree behind him. How much damage does he take?
He takes max damage at 8 points of cold damage, and
8 points of cold damage.
And his speed is reduced by 10 feet to the start of my next turn.
Okay.
That's my bonus action.
So this guy literally just gets launched into the air whipped by this tentacle, smashes into a tree, and then just slumps down at the bottom of the base of this, looking winded.
Okay.
Doesn't look good. Doesn't look happy.
I will then, in the air,
hear coughing and spluttering like ribs are broken and it's painful to breathe.
I will trace a sigil quickly in the air, and cast Blade Ward upon myself.
Okay.
It was a cantrip as my main action. I moved. They were 15 feet away.
Yeah.
I moved maybe 5 feet to get a better look at them. Some of the tentacle. I'd like to move my maximum distance away, which would not take me to the pit.
Yep. Okay. That would not take you to the pit.
Yes, which I think you said 70. So
it's in between. You can't see this pit. It's in between, like without actively looking for it.
Okay.
It's somewhere in between you and the others in front of you in the darkness in the shrubbery.
I will move just like 10 foot back then from where I was.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry.
The guy who's just been tentacle whipped, kind of pushes himself forward off the tree, moves forward with a blade, runs at this tentacle and tries to take a slash at this tentacle.
Okay. Oh, I don't know how we deal its hit points. Let me find out.
It's rolled a 16 to hit.
Yeah. Someone's going to have to help me on this one. Oh.
What's the spell?
I think
it's not. It's a class ability. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what your class is either. So
Phantomless.
It doesn't give it a hit points. Tentacles of the Deep.
And it's what subclass?
I'm looking. It's the Phantomless from the Warlock. Let's see.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
I've not played this subclass. I just thought it was cool.
It doesn't have any kind of hit points or AC or
so you can't fight it.
I mean, it is spectral, so it may just go through it.
Nah, it's a ghost thing.
Yeah, it's a ghost tentacle, so you may find that he takes a swing at it and it just goes straight through.
So these tentacles are just OP as fuck. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's just go with that. this guy literally takes a swing at this tentacle, and his blade just goes through
I
it.
like to think that it's made of some of the Silverfern light as well.
Yes, absolutely. Like this spectral light tentacle, you just like that just hit him like a material object, and he's just slashes his sword through it, and it just
and then it just kind of like
a sword through a beam of light. It just
it was looking towards, it had angled its suckers towards the other one.
He just kind of stops and looks at his blade and looks at the thing in disbelief.
Yeah.
And that is the end of his turn.
The suckers were like facing towards the next victim. But then it
just
just goes
back at him.
Oh no, it's just like light. You just suddenly see like a oh no.
I can just imagine like the light shines on his face as well as it happens.
Yeah,
like,
oh
no.
Next, the guard. Why am I saying God? You've got guard in my head from saying the bloody cloaks. The guy next to him, and like looks at this horror show that's just happened of this spectral tentacle that's whipped this guy into a tree, and just stares at him, and he's just like, nope. Nope. And this guy just kind of darts 30 feet adjacent into the woods.
Okay, there was 3 of them that side though, wasn't there? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The other guy, which is out of range of the tentacle, does the tentacle get opportunity attacks?
No.
I'm guessing it's not a creature in that regard, so it doesn't.
No.
Okay, cool.
It's an ability. It's like a force.
It's basically a spiritual weapon.
Yeah, and not a Baldur's Gate spiritual weapon.
Cool. Oh God, yeah. Right, the other guy.
About that.
We'll take a pot shot at you, Nezum.
Yeah.
Oh, natural 20. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
That's
Nezum's
fine.
going to die again.
For 5 points of piercing damage as an
Halved
arrow,
with Blade Ward.
halved with blade ward down to, is it rounded up or rounded down? I think it's rounded down, so to 3.2 points of piercing damage as an arrow comes.
Yeah, the ward kind of holds it,
your
slows
cloak.
it, and it still comes through like the last bit of energy. I look at the hole in my cloak.
Best cloak.
Pardon me.
Knick-knack,
Yes.
can you make me a strength saving throw?
Yes. Knick-knack version rather than pudgy version.
Right, Pudgy.
Yeah. I got a 10.
You got
A figure comes bursting out from behind a tree adjacent to you and shoves you to the ground.
Okay.
Oh, they're hiding.
Over you and draws a blade. Luck. You are lying in a ditch on the ground in the dark.
It's a nice ditch. There wasn't any spikes or anything in there.
Ellie just ninja climbed up, which is not a thing you think Ellie could do before.
Pudgy was less graceful. There was a lot of scrabbling.
So if I want to get out of the ditch, it's using half of my movement.
It's double movement essentially.
It's
So it's 10
20
foot up, which would cost you 20 movement to climb.
I can live with that. So I'm going to get out of the ditch. See that there is someone attacking my friend that I've been shoved to the ground. How far away am I from them?
They moved 10 feet forward after climbing out, so 10 feet in front of you.
I moved 20 feet. So yeah, so I'd be 10 foot up.
Pugsy moved 20 feet because he had a
I
40.
was riding Pudgy.
Oh, you were riding Pugsy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
you've been
so it's-
dismounted from your steed.
Yeah.
So
Rude.
20 feet in front. No.
Right. This is supposed to be.
But the angel has come.
To be... Yeah, the angel has come. Not a good thing. Not a
Pillar
good
of
thing.
salt time.
Absolutely not a good thing for you. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm near this. I just see this, and I'm going to lit up. I am using as an action my ratio, radiant consumption.
Yep.
So for the next minute, I am just radiating light.
Okay, and what is the radius? And
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay.
All around me.
All right, so you light up a beat like a beacon in this dark, even brighter than the cloaks that everybody else is wearing. You glow like a heavenly light through the trees.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to use my, yeah, so that's my action. I'm going to use 2 of my sorcery points to convert a firebolt into a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay, so quicken spell.
Yeah. And I am going to shoot the guy that is within 10 feet of me and try to beat down one of my friends, basically.
20 feet.
20 feet, but yes.
20 feet?
Okay,
No,
yeah.
because-
So
Oh,
roll to attack.
Can I get closer
You should be able to
like,
get within 10 foot.
10
you
foot
can
of
move
this guy?
closer. Yeah.
Yeah, Pudgy only had 10 feet further movement.
Okay,
than
so you move closer, so he's within the range of
Just
your light, and then you unleash a firebolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
roll to
very
attack.
important. It's actually extremely
Yes,
important.
'cause you get to increase damage, and also because
Yeah.
you don't have dark vision.
12.
12 misses, I'm afraid. You unleash a firebolt. And just go. This flame, the bolt of flame flies through, again lighting up the space around it as it travels, and it hits the side of another trunk of a tree, and just explodes as fiery bits of moss disintegrate and fly through the air.
Yeah. But it's the end of my turn.
Okay.
So this guy is within 10 feet of me.
Yes.
He takes 2 radiant damage.
Okay. Good to know.
Do I need to worry about that?
No, because a lot
People
would have
chooses.
tried to not get you in the radius.
So
Okay.
you just start to see the cloaks that they're that this guy's wearing, and some like the leather braces just start to, like, there's this steam irradiating from them, like there's like something's been put in a microwave for too long, and it's like the leather starts to bubble.
Like, you just see, suddenly you just heard someone get out of the trench, and suddenly there's just a beacon of light. Hair, eyes, and mouth are just
Further
light.
up ahead, a dude currently covered in grease kind of stumbles like to his feet, like not moving, as the ground is now very moist and slimy. It's just like like trying to balance, and then he kind of just and takes a pot shot at this massive glowing light. Does a 13 hit?
Yeah.
Critically
14.
average.
14, sorry.
Oh.
That would be
Particularly above average.
piercing damage as an arrow comes flying towards you.
How many?
3 piercing damage.
Okay.
As an arrow comes soaring out of the darkness towards you. And almost starts to catch a flame as it makes its way into this radiant light. It catches you. And then this person kind of, if they move in this grease, do they have to make the saving throw?
It is difficult to rate. Each creature when it appears, each creature must make a dex save. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn must also succeed in a dex save or fall prone.
Okay.
But it is just difficult to rate.
This individual attempts to take cover behind a nearby tree.
Sorry. No, can I use my reaction?
Yes, you may use your reaction.
To shield.
Shield. Okay. That would make your AC
15.
15, so they missed. Okay.
I just forgot.
You used your reaction, boom, and boom. This arrow just goes flickering away into the darkness. They see this happening. You hear shit,
I like the idea
and this
that the fire
person
just burns it.
this person kind of slides their way through some grease and takes some cover behind a tree, and then you hear and as you hear them hit the ground behind this tree as they fall prone again. Next up is Ellie.
Okay. The person who attacked Knick-Knack is within 5 feet of Knick-Knack.
Yes.
And Pudgy.
Cool. I would like to try to shoot him.
Okay. Roll to attack.
You know what? If I may, can I do the bonus action steady aim?
Yep.
To make sure I get this guy.
Well, for advantage on the roll, yeah.
No, wrong thing. $19 to hit that guy.
Definitely hits.
I get to sneak attack. Cool. I've never got to sneak attack before. 21 damage to that guy.
21 damage?
To that guy.
This guy is standing over Knick-Knack, raises up his blade, goes to swing down, and like as an arrow just sits in his neck, and blood just and just collapses to the ground.
You look at Ellie, and she just gets on one knee, and just because I have 0 movement now.
Yep.
But I think that was worth it.
As this guy is absolutely decimated.
Now, I can. Yeah, that's my turn. Kill that guy.
Cool. Right. Knick-Knack. You just see a corpse just hit the deck next to you while you're on the ground, and you look up, and you just see Ellie there, just like this, posed on the ground.
I will scramble to my feet.
Yep.
I will shout out as a free thing, "We need one alive!" Only one.
Sorry.
I will point at the one that is like 10 foot ahead of me.
In the grease.
No, not in the grease. The other one, because they were 2 split.
Oh yeah.
But he's 10 foot away, isn't he? Is he the one that barged me?
There was another one that barged you, I think.
Yeah, there was 2 that split up.
Yes, so there's 2 that split up. There's one that's currently hiding behind a tree.
But the other one,
there's one over to the left that took a pot shot at Luck.
So I'm bonus action
going
to point at him and say, "Pudgy, chew toy." So get Pudgy to attack him in a second.
His eyes aren't looking anywhere near it because of its
like the least. It's like the least threatening metal dog ever. Like it should be terrifying, but there's something still really like adorable about it.
I've got a strange idea that when you say Pudgy, Matt, like its eyes try to go to attention, but they just swivel in a random direction.
It's like there's googly eyes and they're just rolling around.
You just say Pudgy, and it goes. You go Pudgy, it goes. Like that.
It may just be like googly eyes stuck on the front.
They're just there for show. They don't actually work as eyes. The sensors that are built in do all the actual like visual seeing, but these things are just there to make it more humane.
Yes.
And
then
does Podgy do?
And then Pudgy's going to force bite him, force rend him, whatever he does. He does some silly.
Okay. So
but as my
attack.
action, because I technically go first, I will charge up my so I've got like little fingerless gloves on.
Yeah.
You look closely, there's like sort of metal wire running through it.
Yeah.
And I've got a little crank. So I'm going to warm up a shocking grasp and get Lynx to zap him with my shocking grasp.
Because you can do that, because they can
He
cast
use my touch
spells
attack.
through. But does that not need to be don't they then need to be within melee because it's shocking grasp?
Movement, so Lynx should be able to cover that.
So Lynx dives down,
Shocking grasp.
shocking grasps this guy,
and Pudgy comes into bite.
and Pudgy comes into, so like it's just like from two angles. So can I have some rolls, please?
So the shocking grasp is probably going to miss on a 3.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And where is Pudgy's attack as he gets good stuff? He force empowered rending. Your spell attack modifier to hit, doing 1d8 plus 2. So my spell attack to attack. I'm hoping a 25 will hit.
25 definitely hits. So this person sees this like flying cat launch down towards them with electricity sparkling from them, and they kind of raise up a shield and smash the flying Lynx out of the way as it redirects, and Lynx goes kind of tumbling away, and then it kind of looks around, turns around, and there's
and it will be 6 points of force damage.
How much? Sorry.
6.
6 points of force damage. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
And that will be me.
Okay. Next up is the guy that is literally currently being mauled by a metal pug. They're going to draw their sword and start trying to smash into the side of Pugsy.
Pudgy.
I will get the name right eventually. Pudgy, trying to get them off of them. And they roll a. Oh, if I can roll the dice.
So, because he's now within 5 feet of him, Pudgy can use his reaction to give him disadvantage.
Okay, so the first attack was a 13, second attack was a 19. So 13 to hit.
It doesn't work if they're attacking the thing.
Does it?
You can only do it to other people, if our memory serves.
Then it poses disadvantage on an attack roll of one creature it can see that is within 5 feet of it.
Unless they attack
the defender. Okay, yeah, okay. So
see,
no.
I play them on Mondays.
Well, the first roll was a 13 anyway. The second
that will miss because Pudgy's armor class is 15.
Sorry.
Okay, lovely. So he's just there, like banging on the side of the metal, like on a dustbin, and it's just going clang, 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 not doing anything at the moment. And that's that guy's turn. Nezum.
Do I see where the other guy ran off to? And I've got 3 of them right now, right?
Yeah, you've got one that's not looking very well at all after being battered by a tentacle. You've got one guy that's absolutely scarpered off.
Okay.
And then another one that stood there.
Just tried to shoot me with a bow.
That's tried to take a pot shot at you.
Okay.
He's laying grease, no?
No, I'm the other side. I'm the other side of the pit.
Behind the pit. We're in front of the pit.
I will. Now the tentacle doesn't have a grapple action, but I kind of want to do that.
Okay. Well, we'll call it an attack roll regardless.
Okay, so I'm going to grapple the guy. I can move the tentacle 30 feet as a bonus action and repeat the attack. So I would like to send tentacle to guy who is full health.
Running away, or the one that shot you?
The one that shot me.
Okay, lovely. So you said,
If
well, the
that's okay.
tentacle's he's only about 15 feet away.
Okay, so it moves half of its movement, and will
Yep.
attempt to boot this guy. But
So
no,
booping him in.
grab this guy. Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah, grab this guy.
Grab this guy. Okay.
Okay, and so it's a straight up attack roll. I can do it on the app actually, can't I? So it's a +6. Oh no, that is 11.
11. That's all right. I rolled a 7 on a contested roll. So yeah, this spectral tentacle currently wraps itself around this guy.
Yeah.
Clinging a bow, and he's like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah. So I want him to be kind of, I don't know if it would be grappled. I guess grappled rather than restrained, because otherwise. But then I will use 15 feet of this tentacle's movement to move him whilst grappled, or because he'll be moving at half speed because it's carrying something, but round the other side of a tree, so this person does not have eyesight to Nezum.
Okay, so you're just going to use it to drag it to the other side of tree with 7.5 feet movement, which I would say it can do.
Yeah, so now it doesn't have a line of sight to Nezum. So no more shots to Nezum, thank you.
Anyone behind that tree, so that's fine, and it can't move without.
Apart from maybe his friend.
Apart from maybe his friend, yeah, but I don't think he's going to be shooting his friend anytime soon.
No, but it doesn't mean the tentacle can't have a go at throwing him at his friend.
We started to stretch what this tentacle can do at level 3. Doesn't bode well for me at high levels. Okay, let's.
So it's grappled him, and
so,
yes, I will take an action. No. I will take an action as well.
All that just with your bonus action.
Yeah.
Right.
I will turn round to this one who's like blooded and bleeding, and I would like to say,
"You dare harm the forest. The forest speaks, and it does not like you here."
And I will Eldritch Blast the guy.
Okay, cool. Roll to attack.
It's 20. Dirty.
Dirty 20 will do it, yeah.
That's 7 damage.
Yeah, you blast the face off of this guy as you kind of just point and describe to me what your Eldritch blasts look like, Nezum.
I think. Well, I might need you to give me some hints because I don't know where my fathomless comes. I guess it's like an embodiment of some of this moonlight is obviously affecting some of what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this Silver Fern light it is affecting it. So I guess it kind of maybe it draws up through my feet. Like some of the.
So you stand there, you point your finger, and you say the forest. And as you say that line,
the forest does not like you here.
You see roots start to wrap themselves, and tendrils of the plant life around you start to go around your feet. You see slight pulses of this lunar light go up and through you, and it comes through your arm, and some of this lunar light erupts from your finger and launches itself, and you just see the flesh off of this guy's skull just go flying back as his head is kind of wrought back.
He does the point.
And this guy is obliterated.
Okay, Nezum. Well done, Nezum.
I mean, Nezum's mini in the thing is brilliant.
Next, but he is a skeleton. Next up is the guy who is currently pegging it into the forest, and he's going to continue pegging it into the forest and dashes, and at this point is now 90 feet away.
He's dashed. He's double dashed.
Yep, and now you have pretty much lost sight of him. And then next up is the guy grappled final tentacle, and he's going to attempt to break free. And he rolled a 4.
Do you want me to contest it
I would like you to contest that, please.
with my spell modifier? You rolled a 7 naturally, so
Yeah, I would like to say with your spellcasting modifier.
so 7 naturally.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, he's stuck where he is.
Yeah.
Next up is another dead guy. Next up is Luck.
I just because the guy that has he fallen like on his side or on his face?
Which one? Sorry.
The one that literally got steady game, one shot killed.
Yeah, he's like face planted into the dirt.
I cannot get near Knick-Knack or any of the people, so the guy that decided it was a good idea to shot me while he was still greasy and everything.
Okay, yeah. He's taken cover behind a tree and is prone.
Yeah.
You don't have direct line of sight, but you know where he is.
I know where he is. That's the thing, though.
Yeah.
He's laying in grease.
Oh, no.
Yes.
He's covered in petrol.
Mean.
Right, here we go. Come on, then. What are you doing?
Let's not set fire to everything. Yeah.
We're gonna burn down the forest. Who needs silver ferns?
No.
We're far from the grove.
We're far from the
They're
grove.
all
That's the thing.
connected.
Aren't we
You're a fair
technically
bit-
in the deforested bit where there's not many trees?
No, we've run
You're
round the
further
side.
south. You're further south at this point.
Oh, we're
Quite
off the
far
map.
away.
No.
You're off the map. You're off the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're quite far away. So even if the fire spreads, which it shouldn't very, very far because it's underground, not in the trees, it should be fine. I am going to shoot the path of grease that this guy is covered with. It has gently, so kindly
Roll to
provided for
attack.
me to lit up.
Roll to attack.
Can you hit the planet?
And what's the damage one takes from ignited grease, please, Knick-Knack?
It doesn't actually mention anything about it. So I know a flask of oil is like D.
So roll me. Oh God, it's a natural 20. So what I was about to say is we will call it a D6 for the fire from the grease, plus the damage from the firebolt. All dice doubled. So how many? What is it? A D6 for firebolt or a D8?
D10.
D10.
It's a D10 for firebolt. So that's 2D10.
2d6.
2D6.
Oh. God.
From a distance, anybody
14
watching?
fire damage and 2d6 you told me?
Small nuke goes off.
2D10 and 2D6. Plus your spellcasting modifier, isn't it? Oh no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Not yet.
No,
It's cantrip.
but you're going to add
Oh, no.
to that 3 radiant damage.
Okay.
So
So, how
it's
much in total?
It's a 14 plus 5 plus 3.
You just hear a shriek.
Did that just one up?
Yes, there's just this instantaneous like pillar of fire just launches all the way up at this tree. And you just see the silhouette of like, you know, when there's a strobe light and you see like a silhouette that's being flashed on the background of the stage.
Like the flashback
you just see this
from Terminator.
You just see the silhouette shadow in the background of this flame and fire of this guy, of a guy just reaching up, just going like hands just reaching up in the air, and you hear this shriek until the sound just kind of fades into nothing but gurgling and then silence, and the fire kind of just crispens, and you just see bits of burning leaves just falling from this tree until it turns into black cinders and deathly silence.
Yes.
Yeah. That guy.
Who said I wasn't dangerous?
That guy is dead.
No one.
This is going to be my turn, though. I might go.
Next up.
Yeah, I have movement, so I'm just going to take
okay.
cover behind a tree.
Okay, next up would have been that guy, but it's now A.
Okay. Is there any more in front of me?
I
I can't remember now. I'm bad at keeping track.
God. So there's one guy that's pegged it. There's one guy that's currently being grappled by a tentacle, and there's one guy that's being mauled by a metallic dog.
Yeah, there's one in front of you being mauled by a metallic dog.
Okay,
Your
sorry,
side of the
I'm
pit.
losing track.
Sorry. There were 3 one side, 3 the other side, basically, of the pit.
So you got one's currently grappled by a tentacle,
I would
one's
like to
gone,
kill.
and
I would
one's
like
currently being.
I would. Stop stuttering.
It's okay.
Say the words.
You
I would
shall
like to
wear
shoot the
shoes.
one. I would like to shoot the one who's being mauled by the metallic dog.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to attack the one who's being grappled because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the one that we.
There's
you
no
know.
line of sight to him.
No, he's behind a tree being pinned down by a tentacle. He's having a great time.
Jack is taking that to be the one who is being left alive.
Cool.
If you could see him.
Okay, I would like to make a steady aim shot.
Yep. Okay,
Well,
cool. Roll with advantage.
if I can, I might as well.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Steady
Is he
aim.
within 80 feet of me?
He
Yes.
is within 80 feet of you.
Okay, steady aim shot. Oh, 11. I miss.
That does miss.
That's it. That's the point with steady aim. I use my whole thing to maybe get him like a real good one.
And that was with advantage, yeah? Wow.
Yeah, I rolled 2
Okay,
sixes.
yeah, unfortunately that arrow sails past its target.
That's the
Nick
opposite side of steady aim. There's a chance I could just whiff the whole thing and lose my entire turn.
Yep. Nick.
So I would like to move up behind that one that Pudgy's chewing on.
Yep.
To flank with Pudgy.
Yep.
And then I want to kick him in the back of the knees and try and knock him on the floor.
Okay.
So
make me
that's an athletics check.
Yeah, I would say it's athletics.
Do I get the advantage because of the flanking?
Yeah, why not?
It's a dog savaging his face, and you walk behind him and just kick him in the knees.
Yeah.
There's advantage.
It's a contested roll. I got a 14.
Yeah, there's advantage.
14. Okay.
He gets to roll athletics or acrobatics.
It's an 11, so he fails.
So he should fall prone.
He falls prone.
And then the bonus action is Pudgy, chew toy hold, and basically get Pudgy to sit on him.
Okay, go on then.
I don't want him to
Damage
attack.
Pudgy.
I just want him to sort of sit and,
Oh, you're okay. You're subduing this guy, are you?
yeah.
Okay.
And that will be me done.
Right. This guy is being sat on by a metal dog and is prone, and he's up next. He is going to attempt to attack Pudgy.
Get off, you damn dog.
But it's disadvantage because he's prone, I believe.
Yes.
16 to hit.
That will hit Pudgy.
Is Pudgy's AC?
15.
15, yeah.
15. Okay, so Pudgy takes 9 points of piercing damage as this sword finally gets the right angle and kind of gets jammed in by one of his joints.
Ooh. Right in the motivator.
How many hit points does Pudgy have?
Pudgy has 10 left. Pudgy has 22.
Nezum.
Okay. I will use my movement half my movement to walk behind the tree and see this individual grappled by a tentacle. So I guess I'm sort of, I don't know if you would consider this almost, if I don't know if it counts as an ally to count for like flanking and stuff, because it's not a
I'd
creature.
say because we're not treating it as a creature, it doesn't have those kind of characteristics. I would say no.
Effectively, it's spiritual weapon.
A spiritual weapon doesn't grant you flanking,
impose
so I would
advantage.
say that we will treat it at the same kind of.
Okay, then I will make my tentacle make its attack essentially, but it's not going to hit. It's going to just squeeze this individual.
Okay.
And bring it down closer to Nezum's level as it squeezes.
Okay. This guy is literally just there, just like, what the fuck are you?
He's never seen a Nezum before, has he? So
No one's seen it. He's seen a Nezum before. He hasn't seen the spectral fucking tentacle before. This is all fucking new to this guy.
Very new. This is yeah. Okay, so okay, so that is it's a 12 plus 6, 18 to hit.
Yep. That's that, yeah.
And then he will do a D8 or a D10. Sorry, I've not got used to using this spell yet. Oh, it's a D8. Okay, and then he will take some damage from me. That's 6 cold damage.
Yep.
And he brings it down close to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just say to it,
the forest doesn't like you here.
And I would just, I would like to cast Primal Savagery and extend one of Nezum's fingernails, the one that he fired the Eldritch Blast from, and it kind of comes out and it shimmers with this moonlight, and I'd like to make an attack against him with that.
Yep, please do.
Primal Savagery. Oh, sorry, go on. Oh, it didn't roll. Oh, that might not hit. 14?
It doesn't, but this guy's grappled, so we will say you have advantage on it because he's grappled.
Okay.
Can't move.
It's 24.
That hits.
Oh. 1 damage.
You
Every little helps.
take this claw and you scrape it down the side of this guy's face.
Mm.
And
Poison damage.
As you start to see, like, it burns from like this lunar energy that you've got coming through, and you just see black and green just spreading in through the veins of the side of his face as you drag this claw across his face.
Yeah.
Is that your go?
Yes, I'm going to stay engaged because if I step away, he will get attack of op. Don't give him 2 attacks this turn.
He is going to attempt to attack you.
Okay.
He's going to, like, while his arms are strapped to his side, he's going to try and pull out a dagger and shove it towards you. So he's going to roll an attack at disadvantage. That's an actual 1. So I don't think there's much point there. Do you have your fumble table available, Pete?
I can have it, yes.
Yeah. Go on, let's do it.
The old one.
Whichever one you prefer.
I have an old one here. Jack, do you want to roll me? Can Jack roll a D100 while I'm just finding the table out?
Yeah, go on, Jack. Roll us a D100.
So I find my table.
34.
Oh, apparently no, I don't have it available. It's must be in my go away DM kit. Hold on, there's one on my computer. Sorry.
Okay.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Is that the critical hit one? Weapon. What was it? Sorry, Jack.
34.
34. Disadvantage on the next attack roll against the target.
Okay, which he already has, but that's
As
okay.
he,
That's cool.
the descriptor for this is, you as you attack your opponent, you begin to fear that they are a superior combatant, which I really like.
Oh, he certainly believes that. So that's the end of his turn, and it is now Luck's turn.
Oh, your mic's gone. Oh, there you go. You're back.
It's my turn. Okay, so there is one that is on the ground and one that is hiding.
There is one that has been pinned down by Pudgy.
Pudgy.
God, that's a different bear. That's a bear. Pudgy. There's one that's been pinned down by Pudgy, in front of Knick-Knack, and there is one that is behind a tree, currently being interrogated in some kind of way.
And one that
by
went
Nezum.
wee 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 wee
And then
wee all
is
the way
one
home.
that is long gone.
You hear screaming behind you.
You hear screaming in front of you. You hear screaming behind you. There's been a lot of screaming.
Right. Okay. Which one of them looks the most?
Well, you can't see one of them. You just hear one. And you see the one in front of you by Knick-Knack's feet under Pudgy. And he's not looking great.
I'm going to yell at Knick-Knack and Pudgy. Knock down this one. I'm taking the other one. And she's going to move enough to be able to see a target, so
the other one is on the other side of the pit.
70
Probably
feet
about,
away.
yeah, about 70 feet away.
okay, so is there like an angle that I can see?
Trees.
Okay.
Kind of hiding to do with
Yeah.
weird.
Forest, pit, 70 feet. I don't think you could get an angle at it from here.
Okay,
even with
if
30
I
feet
do
move. You could
bonus
probably
action
dash
Misty Step.
and Misty Step, and with a combination of both, get into a line of sight. That would be pretty much your entire action to do so. To use essentially 90 feet of movement in combination with Misty Step and Dash to get into an angle of seeing the person Nezum currently has subdued.
Okay. If I just do a Misty Step and my full movement, it's not enough. I cannot get anything.
That would be 60 feet. The target is currently 70 feet from where you are.
That's fine. I just need to
I
keep
would
myself in
say
distance.
30 feet would get you across the. If you used Misty Step, you could clear the ditch, and then you could get 30 feet adjacent to the tree and probably have a angle. It would be a tight angle. There'd be partial cover, so 3/4 cover. You would be able to see Nezum, and you'd probably be able to see something being pinned against a tree, but it would have 3/4 cover with that movement. But if you wanted full visual, you would have to use the dash on top of that.
Okay. I am going to use Misty Step. I am going to use my movement, but as I use my movement to move, I take a rock with me.
Okay.
And with this little rock, with the angle that I see, I am going to use catapult.
Okay.
So can this poor guy pinned down make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
I'm just going to have to remind myself of the rules of dexterity saving throws when pinned. We're not pinned.
Prone.
Grappled.
Prone is...
When
Which one are
grappled-
you attacking? You're attacking the tentacle one, aren't you,
Yeah.
Celia?
So just check. I don't think there's disadvantage on a grappled target, is there?
No.
Um,
Grapple doesn't.
grapple.
It's restrained.
Yeah, it's restrained. Grapple target creature speed becomes 0. Condition ends if the grappler is...
Okay, cool. So he's only grappled, so he doesn't. So he, dexterity saving throw. What's the DC?
15.
8.
So it's going to take from this little rock. Oh, he's lucky. He's going to take 15 bludgeoning damage, and add to that, because it does count.
Radiance.
Yeah. 3 radiant damage.
Bear with me. I'll just close the encounter because I'm a fucking idiot.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Ignore me.
You pressed the wrong X.
I pressed the wrong X.
It's easily done.
Resume encounter. There we go. Right. Okay. Splat. This guy's dead. There's a rock saws through his skull, and Nezum, as you're like staring and scraping this guy's cheek, you just see his eyes roll back in his head as you hear a.
Oh, I half expected, Nezum to just get a face full of blood splatter.
As just a bit of blood splatter kind of comes off against you.
Yeah. I'm still
mean,
glowing.
The rock was of the forest.
Nezum will just, the tentacle's still holding,
Corpse. Yeah.
and he'll just lick his lips.
It's like pork.
And he will shout to Luck,
One got away. Ran that way.
Ellie, it's up to you next. There's one still alive. Being
Is
mauled.
the guy being
by
sat on by a
Pudgy.
potentially giant pug? Because a medium-sized pug is quite a big pug.
He's not grappled. He just. Well,
Can't
he is.
move.
He's
Prone
grappled.
and
He's
basically...
prone and grappled.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's prone
Is-
and Pudgy's sat on him.
Is there a way for me to tie him up to make him into a more of a movable condition?
it's all about consent, really, when it comes to that. Sorry.
I mean, I would agree in most cases. I don't
Look,
think this
you
is the
don't know what-
particular
you
kind.
Only
don't
if
know
they
what-
agree
you
a
don't-
safe word.
You don't know what this guy's into.
It's the
Um,
it's the Dragon Bomb book coming back into my head.
It's-
Meatloaf, continue.
Right. You could approach this guy. You could attempt to. He's already grappled. He's prone. I would say there would be a contested check here to be able to restrain him in a way.
I kneel down. I pull out a dagger from my boot.
Yep.
I put it against his chin and take his sword away from him if he so wishes, if he wants to let me.
I mean,
Make me an intimidation check with advantage.
You know what I mean? Just like mine. Intimidation with advantage.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks round giving you like, yeah.
Well, I've got 3 around him, and
Yeah.
there's 4 of us around him.
I mean,
You
I
see
didn't actually roll
the-
that high because intimidation is not one of the things I'm proficient with.
You see his struggle lapses. He kind of, his arms go limp, and he kind of just lays there staring at you.
I tie his hands together. Just pull.
Okay, you tie this man's hands together.
You know when they like
with
have to
rope.
walk like that?
Yeah, all the way up the arm.
Yeah.
And we will say we are now out of initiative, folks. You have a captive. There is one that has fled.
Okay.
Are we going to chase after the one that ran away? I don't
if
see
we
the
have
point.
someone alive, I think that's enough.
Well,
So
this
we're
guy will
going
know where
back.
they go. I will get Pudgy to do his mend protocol, and he can repair himself.
Okay.
Just as... Sorry, go on.
He gets 10 hit points back.
Yeah, I'm going to heal myself a tiny bit too because I took some damage.
Does
And
anyone actually look particularly hurt of us?
I'm fine.
Luck, come over here.
As you kind of... I just wanted to like add a little bit there. As Luck kind of comes around the tree a little bit, you see something like liquid fade into the forest as the tentacle disperses because it only lasts a minute. But just like a kind of glimpse of it. Like...
Yeah, you still see the glow, this quite frightening glow of like kind of fade, and they fade like, you know, way when lightning appears, like this pattern of cracking in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the light seems to go away just the same.
There's a word for it when it hits a person.
I have a question because they changed isomars. Do you still take damage when you do that?
I still take damage. I do. Good news is I am resistant to that damage.
So yeah, Knick-Knack will reach into a little pouch and scoop out the grease he uses to sort of keep Pudgy running and slap some on, I'm assuming an arrow wound because you got shot, didn't you?
No, I
Oh,
burned that arrow. So the most damage that I've done is both from the fall and from radiant damage.
Okay. Yeah, well, basically then he's going to try and like smear some of this grease across you and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, thank you.
Where is that? That is there. Get 12 hit points back.
Nice.
And a smear of goblin grease.
Thank you, Knick-Knack. And
It's
Luck is
good
going.
stuff. Keeps Pudgy working. It's good for like if you cut yourself and things. It's the best stuff ever.
I just like the idea that it's literally just Vaseline.
No, it is literally sort of, you know, grease. It's black goopy.
Yeah, the stuff you get out of an engine once it's been running. Yeah, it's not the fresh stuff that goes in. It's the stuff that comes out when you do an oil change.
Yeah, Luck is going to go to the new prisoner. Do I recognize the face of that person?
I'm currently making him look like a pig that's about to go on a spit.
Do I recognize this person, DM?
This person's name is Maris.
Riberis.
Maris. M-A-R-I-S. Luck, you do recognize this person. This is somebody from Silverfern who works on one of the farms.
Oh no.
What are you doing here?
For the betterment of the town.
And you thought that was a good idea to kill Alistair.
Alistair is stubborn. Things change. He doesn't know how to keep us safe.
And you found someone that can, perhaps.
You could say that.
Open your mouth. Open your damn mouth.
I put my 2 fingers over his nose.
She's going to check for fake teeth or any kind of.
No, this person's the person you believe them to be. Works cabbage farm. That's all you really know about them. You know they work the land. They're a grafter.
So
They're a
you
citizen of Silverfern.
Who told you such lies? Who feed you such lies?
Not lies. Alistair, stubborn old man. He wouldn't protect this town. He just needed convincing.
Oh,
Wouldn't be
and
convinced, though.
murder is just a way.
His closest friend and advisor was killed. What did he do? Nothing.
You
The
didn't
bailiff
give him time.
sent the guard after us. Not Alistair.
What happened to the
Change
guard?
sometimes requires a bit of blood. He was given the chance to change, and he didn't. He gave a pretty speech and threw a party instead.
You reassure people, because that's what you do when you terrorize an entire town and city. People need reassurance. People need normalcy to be able to walk.
Look how that went.
Yeah, because of what you've done, because you were so impatient of change.
We didn't do it. Somebody else would come along.
No.
Town is not safe.
How so?
Look what we
Speak
can
plainly.
do. Look what we did.
You're all dead.
There's more.
Okay. How long have you been talking for? On a time limit.
As long as you've been talking now.
Wondering. I need him to talk for at least a minute.
We've been talking for a minute.
Cool.
I start rummaging through his pockets.
Okay. You don't find much in his pockets, but on closer inspection, he's quite well equipped for a farmer. Quite well equipped. Leather armor, a blade.
Does it look like the stuff that we got given by the guards?
Similar. It doesn't fit to him, like it didn't belong to him.
What have you done with the other guard?
Wouldn't you like to find out?
That's why she asked you.
Could you give me like 5 minutes with him? Please.
Do whatever seems fit. I do not care anymore.
Cool.
You will see justice, but what happens when my back is turned is none of my concern.
Cool.
Town
No problem.
is not safe.
I
We could do what we did. Think about what others could. We did it to protect the town.
It
so
wasn't
that
the
it wouldn't happen
solution.
again. We tried the diplomatic approach. It didn't work. He didn't listen.
Because you didn't show evidence.
Does Alistair-
You've brought this matter to him with nothing on your hands. Your attempts are pitiful.
We had the most bountiful year. We have had more prosperity in this town. Not just our own crops grew, but more ferns grew faster than they've ever have done before. They take years to grow. We grew more in this last year than we've ever done before, and you think that people wouldn't notice? We tried speaking to him. He ignored it.
Who?
You really don't know, do you?
She's going to DM, you remember that I took a ring in my room? I'm going to show him the palm of my hand where the ring and a certain sigil, well, crest is on it.
That meant to mean anything to me.
Good.
You want to find out? You go find out. It's not far from here. Go and have a chat with them yourselves. Grove, watch Bastion. It's where we've been held up. Less than a day's travel.
Do we still need
Old
him?
ruin used to defend the town decades, if not longer ago. Another one of Silverfern's failures.
Ellie,
Yes.
knick-knack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nezum,
Nezum is not
let's take him back.
I think we should take him to wherever he said that they are held up.
Matter.
I was thinking he can point out the big pits before we fall in them again, because that wasn't fun.
Good point.
It was
One
there
take.
because we knew we'd probably get followed from attacking again.
It's a good idea.
Worked to a degree.
I don't think
Underestimated the replacements that Alaire and Vela would find.
what
So I guess
happened? What happened to all the people that went out looking for you then?
Back at the Bastion.
Are there any?
So what? You captured them, or you killed them, or what?
Most of them are still alive.
Is Pudgy still sat on his chest?
Yeah.
I think
That's why he's like,
Yeah.
he's like,
I love it.
Luck is going to press a kneel if she's in heels. Well, sort of. In one of his liver. In his liver. Like, press.
Are you going to tell us where the pits are if we head that way?
There aren't many more. You made your way past some of them.
Can
There's
I
only a
make an
couple
insight
more.
check?
Yeah, sure.
How about any other traps you guys have set up at the place?
There's a couple.
19 for if he's full of shit. For saying there's no more.
Sorry?
I did an insight check when he said there's no more traps.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 19.
A
Is he
19.
full of shit?
Not entirely. There are. You think he's there's a ring of truth in his words of saying there's a few more traps, but pits, traps, it's all a bit.
He's being coy.
Same with the same.
Tell you what, if you lead us there and like help us get in and rescue all the other people, I'll let you go.
Don't really
Tell you
need
what.
his help.
Getting in isn't going to be a problem. Getting out, you might find a bit more difficulty with that.
Okay, you can help with that bit too, and then I'll let you go.
Deal.
She still has her heel in his liver. And she's pressing.
Look, there's not much more you can get out of me. I don't know everything.
You can draw a map. You can like show us what it looks like inside and things.
I mean, Luck should know where it is.
Pressing
Not
again.
exactly a secret.
But you've been in there and like you know what it's like, so you can kind of say they're in this room and that's where the prisoners are, and this is where we have dinner, and this is where we sleep, and this is where all the guards are stationed.
It's a ruin. It's pretty self-explanatory when you walk in. We've been stealing from the town for months, holding up our camp.
For the sake of my own sanity, has Doran got anything to do with this? Because it's been in the back of his head. Well, their head.
Make me another insight check.
Cool.
No,
This is Misk at
assist.
this point. Just poking him like, before we kill this guy, I need to ask a question.
You're not going to kill him. We're not going to kill him.
Ugh, hey.
Did say
My
I
plan
wanted to
is
assist.
might be totally different to your plan.
You mentioned Doran's name, and with that roll, you can't gain anything from him
I
in
said
regards
I
to
wanted
that.
to assist.
You
Oh,
wanted to assist. Well, I suppose you
Yeah.
are torturing him to a degree, so yeah, go on. At advantage, roll again.
Dig your healing. A little bit more.
nah. Sorry.
Ah.
No? Yeah, no.
11.
You mentioned Doran's name, but it doesn't seem to alert you to anything from his reaction.
Are we going to drag this guy around, or what are we going to do?
I don't see why.
That's kind of where
Luck-
I'm leaning.
Luck is going to kick his leather, like
Yeah.
good knock in.
He's going to take
Unarmed damage.
an unarmed strike damage, yeah. So can you roll me what your damage would be from an unarmed strike, please?
Kind of.
Well,
Me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just a number.
That's just a one.
That's right, he takes 1 damage.
So we're going to take him into the town to be like, these guys are the problem. Because we do kind of need to bring somebody back to the town to explain why we're gone.
We can write a message and send links over with it to Liam.
That's a good point. We're over here, come collect the rest.
Um,
Because we do kind of need to report back, don't we?
do we?
I mean, we're guards. We've abandoned our posts, technically.
Send a message. Tie
Oh
him
yeah,
up.
you're in charge. Cool. Boss
He's
says
already
okay.
tied up.
Send a message. Tie him up. We're going to do some reconnaissance.
Do you want to write the message? I'll tie this one up, and then we'll tie the note to links and send it to go and find Liam.
How many words?
It's not a spell; it's just a sheet of paper and a pen.
Level 3, guys, level 3. Not everything is magic.
He's tying a piece of paper to a.
I'm quite literally
effectively a
magic
pigeon.
myself.
I want to do cryptid shit.
Okay. On the message. How am I going to write that? But it's just very short sentences with facts of we've taken chase of the guy that killed Alistair. It's people from Silverfern,
It was an inside job.
farmers. One has been captured. Link will lead you where he is. He has been detained. There is more on the in the ruins of what was the name again?
Grove something.
Yeah,
Grove
Watch
Bastion.
it's called right Bastion. We're going to do some reconnaissance. Be fast. Yeah, and here's the message with Luck's signature, so to prove that it's
Okay.
authentic.
So you send off that with
We
links
send links
back to the
with-
town.
Go find Liam.
And what are you doing with this guy?
I will have dragged him over and tied him to a tree, and I would like to try and potentially hide from everyone because I'm bored of this guy, and I would like to shock and grasp his head.
You want to what?
So you want to stealthily kill this guy while nobody's looking.
Damn it, that was my plan.
I have a high passive, you know that?
You're writing a letter.
You're writing a letter.
distracted.
I want to eat this dude.
I still have a high passive, you know that.
Yeah, so you are
Ever so
writing a letter.
observant.
Knick-knack, while this letter is being written, you drag this guy over to another tree and you start tying him to a tree. Can you roll me? We're going to do 2 rolls here.
Okay.
Because technically you're trying to do something what a sorcerer can do as a subtle spell. So we need 2 successful checks here to be able to achieve said thing.
That's
So
fine.
you're going to roll a stealth check and you're going to roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay. I did not do it very well. There's a very loud screaming because I rolled an 8 and a 12.
So with all the subtlety of a AED machine, you charge up the glove. Just like you just hear this like massive shock as like a corpse thuds against a tree. And his heart is stopped.
He's gone to sleep. It's okay.
Knick-knack. I asked you to do something.
Time up, and I did.
It's a perfectly
the
tied up
others-
dead
Tied
person
him
on a
up.
tree.
But the others to be able to find him, to interrogate him fully.
You didn't mention that bit. You just said time up.
Heal
It's fine.
him up.
Fix him, knick-knack.
Um,
No resurrection.
I
This
will.
guy's dead. This guy is dead.
I'll sort of, on the smoking palm print on the back of his head, I'll sort of rub in some grease, but I won't cast a spell. I don't think he's coming back.
You just do his hair nice.
It actually looks better than it did
Yeah.
before.
One of these days, you do
A
what
combination of
kills.
the grease giving it some texture and the electricity giving it a bit of raise as it's shot upwards. It's like got that 90s really heavily gelled spiky haircut.
Yeah, he's like what was the chef?
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
No. Gary Rhodes. Gary Rhodes?
One second.
He had massive hair.
It wasn't going to help anymore, and when we get the rest of them back,
Yeah, Gary.
they can tell
Very
him
much
all
like
about
Gary
it.
Rhodes.
Knick-knack.
Yeah.
It's not about being useful. It's about justice and laws. And while I know that you don't give a shit about that, I do, and this is my city. One of those days you are going to kill or you're going to hurt someone that you didn't, well, you shouldn't have hurt. And it's going to be your fault.
Okay.
Legit. Cool.
Send the letter.
Okay. Lynx goes flying off with the letter. What are we doing?
While they're
No
doing
one
their
listens to
whole
Nezum.
thing,
Sorry, go on.
You're not here. You're
No.
not here.
you said you weren't there.
Exactly. I'm saying no one listens to Nezum. So Nezum yet again has had to go on pursuit to
Of
track down.
The
Yeah.
guy who's running away.
So how I know they went far out of range.
Yeah,
How
they were
would you
about
like me-
90 feet away when pursuit started.
Oh, okay. 90 feet away.
Probably more than that, actually. Probably near 120 feet. Once combat ended, with the amount of turns that's taken.
Okay. So I will health after. I can't gain on them. They're dashing?
Oh yeah.
And they have 30 feet of
You
movement.
lit fear into this person.
And they've got 30 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm. From what you gathered from the first time they.
I can get a gain on them of 20 feet to gain on them by using one of my abilities.
Yeah.
I can use it twice per day. So I can, over time,
gain a bit of
on them.
So from them having 100 feet, from 120 feet, they're now at 100 feet.
Okay, so it'd just be trailing. I could only be trailing at 100 feet on them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still a long way off.
You'd also have to track them while moving at that pace.
Yeah, okay.
There will be checks. So, do you wish to continue, or do you wish to double back?
100 feet through these trees, I'm not going to see them, am I?
No.
Either, even if I'm tracking them at 100 feet.
They're running, they're not tracking. You're running and tracking, which will take longer.
I'm hoping that the others will message me or communicate with me in some way. I will track them for the time being. So I won't use those abilities.
Okay.
I will just, because they're running, they're going to be leaving heavy footsteps.
They are going
breaking
to
a lot of branches, snapping a lot of twigs.
They're not, absolutely.
From what
you saw at the beginning,
I will take my time and wander gently through this forest, and I will brush my hands against the leaves and twigs, and where it's broken, I will kind of utter a little sort of, not a prayer, but a sort of soothing word to where they've damaged this place that I believe is trying to protect itself and maybe has called me to be its protector.
No, it's okay. We've got you. There's just one left now. Come, show us the way. Tell us where it went, yes.
And I will like to track this guy down.
If I can. Me a survival check, please. And we're not going to say with advantage, we're going to say with a +3.
On top of what I already have?
On top of what you already have.
Okay, so like you're lowering the DC effectively. Oh, terrible.
Yes.
8, 11.
11. Okay, that's enough to begin with.
Okay.
It's not hard. As you said, deep tracks, a lot of broken branches in his wake. A clear path has been created. You follow this path for about half a mile. Can you make me another check, please?
Yeah.
So far, for the last half a mile, it has been as the crow flies. It is a straight line. This person has not stopped.
So they're running away from us. Are they basically heading back to town?
No.
They're heading westerly now, I imagine. Is that right?
Heading easterly.
Easterly, sir.
I think they're heading to the Grove. Watch Bastion.
Southeasterly, actually.
Yeah, so they're going to be heading out the bottom of the grove kind of thing, out the bottom of the forest, down to the left. If I remember where it was on the map that you sent us.
Yep. Southeast.
Sorry, which is it? Is a survival again? Yes.
Yes, please.
Oh, that is a 12. Is that with the 3 now or not?
Yep, still with +3.
Oh, so that's 15. Yeah.
Yep. So for the next half a mile, you continue to track this person quite clearly. You're getting a feel for their movement, their gait, their pace, where they place their feet, how they move through the space. Make me another check.
Oh, come on. Oh, gosh. That's a 16.
16. Okay, you continue for another 2 miles.
Yeah.
Following this trail through the woods. You make your way through some clearings. Make me a perception check.
Oh no, it's an 8.
Okay. Don't notice anything. Make me another survival.
Eek. Oh no, that's a 9.
It's a 9.
9.
You approach a clearing. As you make it to this clearing in the woods, it's hard to follow the tracks. The grass gets tall. There is.
I do that little jump to try and
paths.
see. Can't see over anything.
It will take you a while to scour around this area to try and pick up the trail once again to see whether they went around or through, or checking the perimeter of this area to see where the trail continues.
Can I try and climb a nearby tree?
You can, yeah.
To see if I can get a top down and see if I can see the pattern of the flattened grass.
Yep.
And if they ran through here. What would you like me to do?
I would like you to do another survival. This one will be with +3. So this will be normal.
A normal survival?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, don't know what's that doing. Okay, that's 19.
19. Okay. You do see where it looks like there's a shape in the middle of the meadow, in the middle of the clearing, where grass has been flattened. Like somebody had sat down in this spot for a moment to catch their breath before carrying on.
Yeah. I see the route that they went.
Yeah, you do. It carries on further south.
So I'm now 3 miles away from where they
You
were.
are now 3 miles away from where your friends were currently.
I'm getting very
And it
afraid.
goes back into the woods. You're getting further and further away at this point.
I'm getting very afraid that I'm going to get lost in these woods. At 3 miles, I could probably make my way back just by the tip of my nose. I'd come through these woods in the first place, but then I had the calling to me.
You've been gone probably about half an hour at this point.
So they know I've been gone half an hour.
Yeah. So at this point, after they've been writing their letter, interrogating this individual, tied him up, killed him, sent this letter off.
They're talking amongst each other.
You all start looking around and realizing that Nezum's gone.
While they talk to each other, I am going across to all the people we dealt with while they're writing the letter.
Yep.
And I keep an eye on what they look like.
Okay.
To add them to my Rolodex.
I think
some of them don't have much of a face left.
Yeah,
to
the ones with
identify.
faces.
One had its skull blown off by a shocking grasp. One was blown to smithereens by fire.
One was Eldritch blasted.
The one left blasted. That I didn't hurt the face off.
Yeah, I think you're the.
There was the one that you shot in the arm, in the throat.
There's 2 left out of their faces.
I add them to the Rolodex.
I think there's only one left with their face, actually.
Yeah,
no,
the one I deliberately said I'm not aiming for the face.
We got Maris and we got the one that got shot through the neck.
Yeah. Everybody else
surely the one
face.
that was the one that was twiddled in the...
Feel bad at having a changeling. What do
Is
you
the
look
one
like?
that what? Sorry.
The one that was
Look like he's
twiddled
in
in a
the-
tentacle has a face, but has a hole through the middle of the forehead.
Oh, got shot in the back of the head with a
Yeah, like a stone went through their skull. So yeah, I suppose that's somewhat
It
identifiable.
looks like them when they're really bunged up.
Eyes roll back in the head, blood pouring down from the like
would like-
any part of the face now.
Okay, I would like to add the one guy who I didn't blow the face off to
Yep,
my
cool.
Rolodex. I thought
Yep.
there were more, but turns out everyone overkills here.
Yeah.
I just enough killed.
Nezum would
You tasered a man who was tied up.
try and
Yeah.
speak. Sorry,
No, I'm done. My apologies.
So just-
Nezum would try and speak to the forest and see what the forest would ask of him. At this point,
Do you feel safe now? Have we done enough? I fear for myself. Or forest spirits.
Religion check.
religion check. Oh crikey! It's not been often I've made one of those. Oh, it's a natural 20 though for a 24.
Damn.
I'm going to send you a message.
Ah, no! That's the worst. That's the worst and the best at the same time. When you get a secret message from the DM. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
You're fine.
In the half hour we've
3
been waiting,
miles from everybody.
I think
And
that's
I'm
why
get-
we're doing the torturing and the tying up and the writing the notes and things.
yeah. Do you think the guards are coming up soon? Because we sent them a letter.
We sent them a letter, but I
ran.
would have guided you towards the said ruins.
There's got to be some time for the little boo to get there, and then boo to
Yeah.
guide them back.
Link
Memory
only has a
serves.
30-foot move.
It flies actually quite fast.
It's only 30 foot, I think.
Is it 30 or 60?
I think
No,
it's
flying
30
fox.
for Honkulus.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Hang on, let's have a look.
It's not the upgrade. It's not the Scrappy Doo.
Yeah, so normal speed is 20, if fly speed is 30.
I forget.
What does Scrappy Doo fly speed? Mr. Jack?
60? I think.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Scrappy Doo's medium, and like, it's quite a big thing.
Yeah.
Scrappy Doo is what happens to Pudgy after he gets to level 10. And you start making adjustments. So, what are we doing?
I'm waiting for my message.
I have sent it.
Well, I think
Oh, I thought it was coming on Discord. I was waiting for that.
So now I've sent it in Zoom. Sorry.
I'm assuming that, well, I'm hoping luck's going to lead us towards this ruin.
Okay.
I have a slight question. The person who has his face left, is he of the smaller folk?
No.
Cool.
All of
Can't
these
do
people
those.
seem to be relatively human.
I'm just asking because I can't do those.
The Nezum follows the spirits somewhat.
Guiding the others to the ruin.
Okay.
You're all ready.
How are we getting on, folks? How do we feel? Do we want to break? Do we want to continue? How are we looking?
I'm good.
Pretty interested, to be honest.
I could do with sort of finishing in about half hour if possible.
Okay.
So if
So
we just
should we
jump
just
power on through.
forge on?
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Battle for another half hour, yeah?
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Could, as we move, can I spend a minute casting Mending on Pudgy to fix him up?
Yes, certainly. You certainly can.
I have a request.
Mm-hmm.
You know the guy who still had his face?
Mm-hmm.
Can I strip that guy?
Yeah, sure. If you want
I
to
want
take
his
any
thing.
time right now with these people,
Well, I can't do
to
clothes.
kind of take anything from them, now is the time.
I can't do clothes. So if I need his face, I need his stuff
That's all right.
to
Do
copy
whatever you
him
want to do.
properly.
No, I'm Knick-Knack is more. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I mean, while you're all doing your whole thing with the letter writing, I'm just sort of standing there waiting. So just loot that guy.
Right.
No, I
so,
will just charge on through the forest at a steady pace. I'm tracking this foe at time. I know they got a head start on me, so I will be going like.
So I just need to amend something before we continue. Okay. I think that.
Look, and I turn him towards you. What's this guy's name?
Okay.
The name, I suppose.
You don't recognise this person.
Okay.
Dang it. No problem. Terrorist disguise.
You will start heading off then in your particular directions. Luck, you have a rough idea of where this place is. You know of a ruin that was due south of the town, an old watchtower that used to be a kind of outpost that looked over the town a long time ago. And then eventually the town kind of just became this quiet little place of no adventure that, as far as you're aware, that it was no longer needed. From what history you know of the town, and it was left to dilapidate. You kind of remember it a little bit on your travels, on your way here, but other than that, don't know much about it.
Yeah.
So you lead the others in the direction towards the tower. Nezum.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way through the forest, you come to another clearing. Can you make me a perception check, please?
Yeah, I can. I'd love to do that. In fact, that would be like the best. Whether I'll be the best at it. With a 19, I'm not bad.
As you approach the clearing, you hear panting, deep breathing. As you make your way into the edge of this clearing, it's a small opening in the trees, rocks, little bit of patch of grass, clear sky where the canopy of trees opens up a little bit. You see an individual ahead that seems to be kind of leaning against a rock, trying to catch their breath.
And I just steadily took my time. So I'm not out of breath. I'm
No,
fully.
they've run full pelt, and you've spent taking your time tracking.
I slowly walk across the grove. And I raise my finger and I just point in their direction. And when I'm about 20 feet away, I call out,
Don't run.
You kind of see them look up and please, please no.
Don't run or I'll call it.
Don't, please don't do to me what you did to them. Please, please.
You see my power.
Yeah.
You know what I can do.
Yes, I don't want to. Whatever you want, please. I don't want this anymore. Please.
Where do you run to?
I went to our camp to the tower. We've been held up there for a week.
Does he pretty much convey the information that the other guys conveyed?
Yeah.
So we don't have to RP that whole set of questions.
Grove Watch Bastion, same place. Held up there. There are others.
What do you want? As a people. Not you, but why? I not know your town.
Someone I know, a friend, he convinced me to come along and told me that the town was no longer safe, that we were going to be making our name for ourselves, that people would come for our silver, and that Alistair and the rest of the council weren't doing anything to protect it, so we had to take matters into our own hands, and that if we could show them, then maybe we could enforce some change. We didn't want to hurt people. We wanted to show people that if we scared them enough, then they'd do something about it. I didn't know that they were gonna kill Alistair, but they kept saying that we didn't have a choice, that he wasn't listening, that we needed to make drastic action.
There is always choice.
I feel like I made the wrong one. I wish I'd stayed at home.
You did.
Nezum will summon the tentacle.
You said you were.
It will grapple
I told you everything.
the individual.
Please, I told you what you wanted to know. I'm sorry. I just want to go home. I just want to go home.
It'll bring it close to Nezum.
Please. Please, he starts weeping.
Nezum will hold his nose till he opens his mouth and force a dagger through and push until he stops moving.
Ugh.
Cool. The body goes limp, tears rolling down his cheek, and they start mixing with the blood that's pouring from the side of his mouth. It just drips and runs down the tentacles.
The tentacle just disperses and drops the body.
And the body just clumps down on the floor.
Nezum will check the body.
Again, well equipped. Familiar stuff. It's definitely been sourced from the town. Make an investigation check.
Okay. It's a 13, critically Av.
Okay. You find a missive.
A what?
Small bit of parchment.
Oh.
With an instruction.
A missive. Oh, yeah. A missive, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said a mist sieve. I was like, a sieve? A mist? Okay.
And all it says is
No, really fine.
clad, public, fire.
Clad public.
Fire.
Clad public fire. Clad public fire. Okay. I will attempt to, with great effort, drag the body to the side of the road into the ferns, tuck it behind a tree as much as I can.
Yep.
And then just say to it,
The forest doesn't want you here, unless you're useful to the forest. Now you are useful for the forest. Now you feed the forest.
You feel those roots move around your feet once again. And they kind of move along, and you start to see them kind of grapple around the ankles of the body and move up along the legs of the clothes and start wrapping around and dragging the body into the soil.
I just take like a little courteous bow. And that's where I'll kind of start following the trail to the edge of the forest where I can sort of see the bastion if there's a thing. And that's when I'll stop and kind of hopefully wait for the others.
Yeah,
to
you get to
whatever.
the edge of the forest. Say the edge of the forest. This is a much bigger clearing, like a large meadow, a large field.
Yeah.
Where the forest breaks. It looks like maybe centuries ago there was some deforestation here, and the forest breaks and it wraps around a small hill, and then continues further on around the other side of this hill. And atop this hill, you see a stone fortress, a ring of wall within another ring, which is even taller. Not so much a tower, but like a two-layered small fort.
Okay. Then I would like to just start. I will sit and wait. Basically doing a I've used the other day. I will try and I will rest basically.
Mm-hmm.
I will sort of sit there, watch it. It's night right now. Is we still night, or we've lost the moon now? The moonlight's dropped, you said.
Yes, the moonlight. It's like it's late night, where the very dark late night, early hours of the morning. So the sun has yet to begin to start to rise. It's not quite got that little bit of light in the air, but the moon has descended to a point where there's not that bright moon in the sky.
Okay. Then I will sort of sit there and I'll pull out a tattered tome from my jacket, and I'll just watch the comings and goings as well, and then read through this tattered book as I watch things.
You sit at the edge of the meadow, and some time goes by, and eventually you hear footsteps behind as the rest of the party, you make your way through to the tree's edge, and you all see Nezum sat on a little boulder reading a book, appearing to be waiting for you.
Friends!
Look up, and you see upon this hill this fort. And I am going to send you now all an invitation.
Oh. This is a roll 20.
No.
Oh. Is it Beyond? Are you doing in Beyond?
Oh dear, I've opened the wrong one.
Oh no.
There we go.
Where am I looking?
So it should, I don't know, but it says it should send you all an invitation. And in D&D Beyond Maps, I have started a session where you should all have.
Oh, I haven't got it on my screen.
I am not seeing an invite either.
I don't even know where to look.
Maps.
Okay. I found
Launch game, I think it is.
Players. Here we go. I've got knick-knack, I've got luck.
So where it's on your D&D Beyond page, it says campaign Seraphina. There's a play button, and that opens a new window in maps.
And here's a link for you so you can jump into it. I found a way to give you a link. So there you go. If you can't figure it out, click on that link. It should send you to it.
I don't see any map if you send.
It takes a little moment to load.
Yes.
You should be able to move your character
it's loading.
token around.
I can move. Well, in fact, I can move all the tokens.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it could do that. But yes, there you go. You should be able to move your token.
And like stuff's like scribbled out.
Yes.
This
is the alpha of the map builder on D&D Beyond that I have played with.
Do you want to, because Lynx is doing his fly message, do you want to just assume that's Pudgy?
Yes, we can assume that's Pudgy because you created links, so it gave me links to use.
They're literally.
If you create Pudgy, it will give me Pudgy to use.
I try, and there's literally no way. Like literally, the Steel Defender comes up in the stat block of the ability, but if I try and add it as a extra,
you can create it as a pet if you just want to have a token. Because I've got Teely the cockatiel here as an available pet for me to use, and here that's been created by
I've
Jack.
not seen it. Well, it's
So
a
if I
nice
just
map.
I couldn't help it.
So if I do that, boom, Teely the cockatiel has appeared.
I couldn't help it. I wanted
So yeah,
them
you
to be
can
friends.
create pets, you can create infusions, you can create things, and I can pop them on the map.
I suggest you just make it as like a custom thing and rename it.
yeah. Well, what I'm doing is I'm making a Battlesmith Defender, and I've just put in the Mastiff stat block.
Stat block. Yeah.
Because I'll roll it
Just
from the other
rename it.
thing, and
So,
then
yeah,
I'll
so
rename
you can,
it.
so that if combat is to ensue here, if combat are to ensue here,
Gotta be our map.
you would have a token.
Ooh.
And the cool thing, can you see when I do this?
Hang on.
I can't
you see a
see that
ruler?
and you at the same time. What? What am I
Can
looking
you see a
for?
ruler on the map?
No, I can't see your
No.
ruler.
Oh, okay, that's interesting then. Right,
But
yes.
we can all do the
Can you
ruler
see
thing.
can you see if you can see our ruler? You see me measuring?
No, I think it's all for individuals.
Okay.
'Cause
Great.
People can't see mine.
Oh, I can
either.
see that ping.
That was
Yes,
me.
I can
That's
point
point and
so-
ping.
So
How do you do that?
You can do things
It's
like
the
this.
one that looks like a
point,
target.
and you hold down to. So
Oh,
can
you hold.
ping
You
or
can press X to do that. To bring
ping.
that up.
You can ping, or you can do
Point.
this to point, and then you can also draw.
I don't think we've
cannot
got
draw.
lots drawing, so only you can draw.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
The DM has not overlaid.
Jack, would you stop?
drawing.
What have I done?
It's not you.
Me.
I can't draw nothing.
Yeah.
It's not the drawing.
Oh, a new thing to learn and play. Oh. I like it.
So all sorts of things on here.
But we're not using the proper virtual tabletop because that's evil.
No, we're not using that.
Okay.
This is just the Hold on, let me go on
Just
settings. Players can
maps.
place and move overlays. No. Players
Oh.
can draw on the map. Yes. Players can access and interact with tokens. No. Players can ping the map. Players can use the pointer. There we go. I've enabled it so you guys can now draw on the map, should you wish to.
Yeah.
I can't add
There's a problem. If you say players can't move tokens, it means we can't move ours either.
Yeah, no, you can move your tokens. That's fine.
I just tried.
Oh, I can move them.
I can't.
You've got to click on the right tool to be able to pick up and move.
The little hand, the pan.
I did.
No, the pan won't allow you to move your token. The little hand will only allow you to move the map.
No,
You
let's
click on token browser. You can then click on your token and move it around.
Oh, okay. And
Aha!
you got the step
My
move as well.
apologies.
But it's actually easier to like use that arrow because then you can time your.
And then there's a ruler which allows you to
movements.
figure out how far away you are from things.
Yes. I can't add in Pudgy though,
I think DM has to drop it in once you've made it.
and I will get rid of Lynx because he is.
Pudgy has appeared.
Pudgy has appeared. Yeah.
Back of that boy.
And then the fog of war will be removed
As we investigate.
as I remove it.
Lovely. Thank you, DM.
No, it's all
Cool.
right. So we will use this next time. So we will end our session here on the approach to Grove Watch Bastion.
Yee.
After you have interrogated some of those you have pursued, executed everyone, and you approach to.
Look, I said I was doing it non-lethally, and then I rolled 21 damage, and then I realised that didn't count.
Find out. Yep. So you've approached to find out who is
Behind it all.
orchestrating this.
Who's orchestrating there weren't even bandits. It was all in the town. They knew the town too well. They knew exactly where to strike. And who to take out.
I have ideas.
I'm sure that's dangerous.
Well, I'm a
Yeah, every
shapeshifter.
time. No, that's only if you have them, Matt. Then they are potentially lethal. Well, yeah, they're lethal. I was going to say potentially lethal. Like, no, they are. Fact.
One of the days, Luke.
Ended the session on there, so we will resume that when we play next week.
So what's our AI summary?
I'm
Oh,
going to
yeah.
pause the recording now and we can read the summary.